Today we're checking out the Barricade external winch plate for the factory front bumper of the 2018 and newer Jeep Wrangler JL. If you've been wanting to add some real recovery capability to your Jeep without jumping all the way into a full aftermarket bumper, this is the kind of upgrade that's gonna hit a sweet spot. It keeps things simple, functional, and trail ready while still working with your factory setup. The biggest feature here is that this lets you mount a winch to your factory front bumper, which is a huge win for Wrangler owners who want recovery performance without replacing a bunch of other parts or moving to a full-blown aftermarket bumper. That means that you can keep that stock look while still adding one of the most useful off-road tools that you can have on the front of your Jeep. For trail riders, overland builds, and the weekend warrior, having a winch can be the difference between getting stuck and getting home. This setup gives you that added confidence without forcing you into a much more expensive full bumper swap. It's also really useful for people who use their Jeep as a daily driver and they don't want to build it out with some ugly aftermarket bumper, but they still want that winch capability. You get to add the winch capability, keep that factory bumper, and save the bigger bumper purchase for later if you really decide to go that route and want to go full build. Compared to cheaper universal mounting ideas, this is just a much cleaner and more Jeep specific way to do it, which matters when you want strength, fitment, and a setup that you can trust when it really counts. When it comes to the construction on this, you are getting very heavy duty steel plating with a durable black powder coat finish. That steel build is very important here because this part needs to handle the stress and the load that comes with the real recovery situations, in this case up to 12,000 pounds. While that powder coat is going to help protect it from rust, weather, and trail abuse. It's built to be tough, functional, and ready for life on the front of your Jeep. As far as the pricing goes on this, it's coming in right in the low $200 price range. In my opinion, that is a really strong value because it gives you a more affordable path to a winch setup compared to a full bumper replacement, while still giving you better fitment and more confidence-inspiring design than just those generic universal mounts that are out there. When it comes to this install process, it's going to get rated just a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. You can have this job done in only 1 hour of your time. Now, let's see exactly how this install process goes with a quick video from one of our ExtremeTerrain customers.
All right, here's the tool I used for the install. I used this 16mm socket. I also used this 18mm deep socket, so deep sockets for both. I used the extender. I use 8mm. You don't have to use the impact driver, but that helps. Some gloves are always good to have. I probably should have worn those. This you will need, this was a 3/4 inch, but 18mm would be even better to get those last two inside flange nuts attached to the bumper bolts. I use the crescent wrench to hold the bolts when I attach the winch plate. And I use a screwdriver to remove the little plastic body clips. You could also use the proper tool for it, but this works fine. So to do that, we gotta remove this plastic part here. So I'm gonna take 8mm socket. A lot easier if you have an impact driver, but you don't need to. So we'll remove 2 bolts. And the other on the other side. After that, we're gonna have to remove plastic clips. There's gonna be 8 of them and these little slots along it. So I'm gonna get a screwdriver, which I forgot, of course. You're way up in there, so a long screwdriver if you don't have the proper tool. Or a pain. There we go. After you get the top out, you just pull the other part out. There's 8 of these fun things. And then 2 more on the top, but we'll get to those in a second. There's another one. Ones on the end are super easy. There we go. There we go. So next we got to remove this metal plate here. 16mm socket. And there's 2. One on each side. And this just gives us a little more room to work. There's 2 little clips on each side, so you just got to push the whole thing up and out. can get this at an angle where you can actually see it and not just see my hand. There we go. It's easier, you can get an extension for this too. There we go, got one. Deep sockets only though, just because the bolt sticks out so far. Top one's removed on the driver's side. Now we're into the next one. You just how my hands work on this side. This and the washer. There's a washer in there too, but we can leave that on there for now. It will come off. All right, it's this. We might need a full extension on. Yeah, that one's almost all the way out here. And over here, there's two little plastic clips holding on the top, so hopefully it will not fall on your head. This bumper's not too bad, but the aftermarket ones, some of them are very heavy. Come on out from underneath here and move on to the next step. Oh, so on the other side here, just popping this out. There we go. Little plastic parts are out. Skid plates underneath are out. We're gonna slide the whole bumper out. Sometimes it helps if you have another person, but it's just me, so we're just gonna shake it, slide it out, and set this aside. The next step is gonna be to remove the brackets. 16 again, one here, one over there, and then there's a little bracket in there that's gonna come out where our winch bracket's gonna go. And then we will start the installation of the plate. Bear with me, it's my first time doing this install. So we're gonna be installing these brackets next. So nice fancy brackets that I just took out with the washer. We're gonna install it right here. And it looks like it's gonna line up just like the other ones. Those other brackets line up. So I'll start that. 16 millimeter socket again. Put that on, and the other side we'll install this. The bolt just went right here. Put on there. Slide it through here. Come out the hole here. This below the bolt we just put in. Washer, lock washer. On. We'll grab a little wrench to hold that in place. There we go. I didn't have an 18, but a little crescent wrench will do the trick. A pinch here. So we're gonna, I'll find the socket. Crank it on there. Top's the 16. We're gonna crank both those down there good. Tighten those up. And we're gonna do the same on the other side. We are gonna install the actual plate itself here. So we got this. Yeah, it's gonna slide right behind it. And you see there's some attachment points on the side. It slides in there really nice. That was really easy to get in there. So let's get some more hardware and start attaching it. 2 spots down here, 2 spots up there, 1 spot down there. And same thing on the other side. So 5 total spots we're gonna have to get bolts put in there with washers in the same way. Start with the inside one. 18. We're gonna get the crescent wrench just to hold that on. Do the outer side here. Still recording, beautiful. Oh, there we go. That'll look like they'll line up. Yeah, those are good. I suppose it would have been good to start on the other side too. can go back and forth and alternate, but these look like they're no problem fitting in there. So I'm gonna pop a few in just to make sure. So I'm just popping the bolt on the other side here. Work our way to the bottoms. Oh, regular washer first. Same thing down here. Looks like they want nuts going on the inside here. There, and I'm just gonna set up on the other side, just pop one through just to make sure everything stays in place, which it should. Plenty of room over here. Yo, so this top plastic piece that held those two little plastic brackets needs to come out. My favorite, little plastic adapters to work with this bumper. There you go. All right, that plastic piece. Two people's great for this, but this is not a heavy bumper. We're gonna get under there and we're gonna start attaching some bolts. So let's do that. We're gonna start popping back up these bolts. Start on the inside, start on the outside, whatever makes you happy. Flange nuts and washers all around. You see them okay? All right. So there's no room for that bracket over here. So it's just, you're using the bracket from the winch plate as that original bracket. So I don't have things to keep stopping, but we're back, so same thing. All right, so we got those two nuts here on the passenger side. We'll start tightening these up. Before we jump over. All right, can you see it? Yeah, okay. Switch sides. There we go. Struggle to find parts. Definitely easier for this top one with this disconnected. So watch this at home. Disconnect that first. Where was it? On to the lower one. Okay. So we got that on. Next part is putting the bumper back. All right, so we've got the plate on here, 16 millimeter. Same thing. And those really fun plastic things. So for these plastic things, put them apart like that. They should slide right up into place and then just crimp back together once it's in. You should be able to do this without tools. There. Clicked in. Pop one in there. Clicks. Another one. that, we have these 2 screws that go on. So we'll be using a 8mm. So with the bumpers back on, the next step is to get a winch and put it on there.
That's going to wrap up our review and install of the Barricade external winch plate for the factory front bumper of the 2018 and newer Jeep Wrangler JL. And for all things Jeep, keep it right here at Extreme Terrain.